rambling. I'll be eating some honey barbecue chips. This is Utz, the Utz brand. Just I haven't had honey beauty. I haven't had honey barbecue chips in a while. I also wanted to say, my fiance had watched the video I had put up, the life update, and she wanted to say thanks to all of you for your condolences. She said it meant a lot to see that, so I wanted to say thank you. I did not respond. There's a lot of comments, which was nice to see that so many of you cared and stuff. It was nice to see that, and I just kind of put that one comment myself up at the top, kind of responding to all. And I want to say sorry to everybody. Did I say this in a video already? To everybody else who's lost loved ones. It affects everyone, unfortunately, but she told me to say thank you to everyone. Islanders won last night. I'm actually putting this up Thursday, but I'm filming it Wednesday night. I'm working tomorrow as well, so I want a vid to get up tomorrow. The Islanders won Game 5 to push us at Game 6. That series is kind of going how I expected it. I said the Hurricanes are like a little bit better of a version of what the Islanders are. They do. The Islanders have just as good as goaltending, but the problem is that the Hurricanes have better defense than the Islanders, and their offense is a bit better as well. They're like a similar team to the Islanders. The Islanders have very similar teams, except the Hurricanes score more and play better defense. So it's just always been a bad matchup for them, no matter who's on the team. Are up 3-1. This one might be different for them. I don't think they're blowing that 3-1 lead, honestly, because this is like the fact that they came down with it 4-1 in Game 4 and came back to win in overtime. That's a big deal, I think, for that team to get that win. And I haven't been watching the games, but Valesky seems to not be playing well. I don't know how the defense is doing in front of him, but Lightning have gone to 3 straight cup finals, so they have a lot of wear and tear. But if I had to guess, I don't think the Leafs blow this lead. The crazy thing in hockey, I was looking this up because I was was curious. There's always upsets in hockey, and teams come back from 3-1 quite a bit, regardless if they win the series or not. They can push that Game 7. 31 times in the history of the league, teams have come back from 3-1 and won, and then there's a bunch of other times that teams have come back from 3-1 but have lost Game 7, but they've forced a Game 7. I hope the Islanders can force a Game 7. It'd be nice. Bruins are playing tonight. They're up 3-1. Last I saw, the Panthers are up 1-0. Game 5. Oilers won last night. They're up 3-2 now. I believe the Dallas won as well. They're up 3-2 on the Wild. I think the Golden Knights are up 3-1 on Winnipeg. And the Kraken and Avalanche, I think, are playing tonight as well, so I'm not going to know how that game ended, but I think they're knotted at 2. Right? And the Devils have come back. The Devils lost both games at home. I was saying, I remember I was talking about the hockey ramble. I was like, I think this is going to be like the best series, and all of a sudden the Rangers win the first 2 games on the road, beat them up pretty bad. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look right. And the Devils have won the next 2 games in the Garden, so. That series could go 7 after all. Did I talk about this in a video once? Obviously, I live on Long Island, so you got Ranger fans, you got Islander fans. There are some Devil fans scattered around the island. Always loved the Devils logo, by the way. But I was standing on the platform in Babylon one day, and the train I had got off was leaving, and then there's another one hanging out. There's another one that goes back to Patchogue that hangs out for a little bit. And the 2 guys just, joking with each other, the conductors, I was like, Islanders suck, Rangers suck, and part of me's like, technically that's not true. Both of them actually don't suck. Like, neither one of those teams. I always never understood that when teams like, your team sucks, when they don't. If the Islanders and Rangers sucked, they would be at the bottom of the league and probably would have missed the playoffs. With like 60 points. They don't suck. That's when I start to get literal with things. I'm like, no. Neither one of those teams suck. I would kind of like to see the Islanders get out of the first round. I don't know if that's going to happen. Tall order. Especially down 3-2. I think Game 6 is on Friday. But I would love to see them play the Rangers or the Devils in the second round. I don't know how often they've even actually played the Devils in the playoffs, period. Since both of them have been in the league, I would assume maybe they've played each other, but they might not have. The Islanders have played the Rangers a bit. I know they played them 3 or 4 times back in the day, at least, in the playoffs when they were winning their cups. And then I think the Rangers, they beat them in 93, 94, the Rangers. I think they beat them in maybe 89, 90 as well. But the Islanders they beat them like for maybe 3 or 4 times in a row during their run. And I think the Rangers got him as well in the late 70s. don't know who leads the series. Let's see if I can find that. I guess it's a little bit of a hockey ramble. Someone was asking about a baseball ramble. I saw a comment that I haven't responded to yet. I think I will do a baseball ramble and maybe like my own history with baseball and stuff, as well as kind of when the games, maybe like another 20 or 30 games into this season, maybe like another 3-4 weeks when the season's kind of well underway. It's still very young, the season. Usually it's pretty good with telling you. That doesn't help. They are rivals. I've talked about this in the past. I don't necessarily have a huge hatred for the Rangers. They're playing each other. I want the Islanders to win, but it usually goes by who's doing what in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You see, this doesn't. Yeah, this is showing you every game they've played each other in the playoffs. It says how many times they played each other in the playoffs, and it goes to the 93-94. That was a beating. That was bad. They got outscored like 22-3. It said. I remember that being a destruction. That was not good. Okay, let's see. So they've played each other 8 times. Islanders won. They're 5-3 against them. Islanders are 5-3 against them in the playoffs. Something funny. My uncle's a big Rangers fan, and he's lived in Jersey since 1990. But he's like, it sucked. He's a Rangers fan. During the Islanders dynasty, he's got to deal with that, and then he moves to Jersey, and then they did win in 93-94, but then the Devils win like 3s in Jersey when the Devils are winning their cups. Because the Devils and Rangers have their rivalry as well. Because the Islanders haven't recently. The Penguins are the only team. Like, I consider them maybe their main rival in terms of, because they've actually met in the playoffs 3 times in like the last 10 years. So there's the rivalry there. A lot of that I do based on like playoff matchups against each other. To really form that rivalry. The Islanders and Rangers obviously just natural rivals, but I don't even consider the Islanders and Devils much of rivals. I'd say the Flyers and Islanders and the Penguins, Islanders, Rangers. Islanders are the 3, probably their 3 top ones. Obviously, I wouldn't say Carolina. They haven't been around long enough. The Capitals, they kind of are rivals with the Capitals too, I guess. They have a little bit of playoff history too, but... And obviously Columbus is too young too, but... who is... I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess, right? If I was counting their rivals, the Rangers are number 1. But I bet the Penguins and Flyers ahead of the Devils, and maybe even the Capitals. It's kind of cool when teams meet each other in the playoffs, pretty consistently. Unless it's one-sided, like Portland, the Lakers was. I think Portland beat the Lakers twice in the playoffs and lost to them 15 times over the course of history. But yeah, nuts, honey barbecue chips, and